Good day everyone. Our topic for today is the Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act of 2009. The contents of this report are: number 1, what is RA 9995? Number 2, what are the prohibited acts? And number 3, what are the penalties? What is RA 9995? This law is geared towards the prohibition of the taking or video coverage of a person or group of persons performing sexual act or any similar activity, or to capture an image of the private area of a person or persons, such as the naked or undergarment-clad genitals, public area, buttocks, or female breasts without the consent of the person or persons involved, and under the circumstances in which the person or persons has or have a reasonable expectation of privacy. Copying or reproduction or cause to be copied or reproduced, such as photo or video or recording of sexual act or any similar activity with or without consideration, selling and distribution, or cause to be sold or distributed, such as photo or video or recording of sexual act, whether it be original, copy, or reproduction thereof, or publishing and broadcasting, or cause to be published or broadcast, whether in print or broadcast media, or show or exhibit the photo or video coverage or recordings of such sexual act or any similar activity through VCD or DVD, internet, cellular phones, and other similar means or device.
Definition of terms. Number 1, broadcast or the broadcasting means to make public by any means a visual image with the intent that you be viewed by a person or persons. Distribution of content, either audio or video, to a large dispersed audience. Kahit nasa onda tayo ko, di ba, broadcast, for example, Facebook, di mabuhay di Facebook. Yeah. Number 2 is capture, with respect to a image, means to videotape, photograph, film, record by any means or broadcast. Di pa naggala tayo no, kasi ano tayo ag picture, ag video, ag film siya. Letter C is female breast. Amo tayo nga damod dato niya. Suso. Means any portion of female breast. Number 4 is the photo or video voyeurism, means the act of taking photo or video coverage of a person or group of persons performing sexual act or any similar activity, or of capturing an image of the private area of a person or persons without the latter's consent. Kahit nagtisawang ka di pa ng picture tayo ti dagiti or panang video dagiti awan ti pamalubos ti may nga individual under circumstances in which such persons have a reasonable expectation of privacy. No kun nato yung reasonable expectation of privacy ti kad nasawon dagiti interferes with your desire to keep the personal matters away from the public. Dagiti idol-dolin tayo nga hantayo kahit nga maaman ti dadto mga tattao, or the act of selling, copying, reproducing, broadcasting, sharing, showing, or exhibiting the photo or video coverage or recording of such sexual act or similar activity through VCD, DVD, internet, cellular phones, and similar means or device without the written consent of the persons involved. Di kas konaktat tayo, di awan ti pamalubos ti may nga tao nga ipabuyad dati internet dagiti private nga bibiyan tayo. Number 5 is private area of a person. Amo tayo nga dato yun. Ita idololin nyo. Ita kakaluban nyo, privacy. Means the naked or undergarments, clad genitals, public area, buttocks, or female breast of an individual. Now, the last but not the least is the under circumstances in which a person has a reasonable expectation of privacy. Diyan explain ko tatay, the anti-photo or video voyeurism means believe that she could disrobe in privacy. No ka na tayo nga disrobe, take off one's clothes or get undressed without being concerned that an image or a private area of a person was being captured. Di handoy na malmalayan nga ng picture kanya tayo. Or circumstances in which a reasonable person would believe that a private area of the person would not be visible in public, regardless of whether the person is in public or a private.
What is prohibited acts under Republic Act 9995? Prohibited act is hereby prohibited and declared unlawful for any person to take part 1 to take photo or video coverage of a person or group of a person performing sexual act or any similar activities, or to capture an image of the private area of a person's, such as naked or undergarment clad genitals, public area, buttocks, or female breasts without consent of the person involved and under circumstances in which the person have a reasonable expectation of privacy. From the word itself, that you shouldn't take photos or videos of the unnecessary parts of a person's body, that is private because you're going to jail if you do that act without a consent. And 2, to copy or reproduce. To cause to be copied or reproduced, such as photo or videos or recording of sexual acts or any similar activity with or without consideration. This part was if you copy some video from original, which means you just repost it on social media, and to produce some sexual act in the social media in the wrong website. To sell or distribute. Or cause to be sold or distributed such photo or video recording of sexual act, whether it be original copy or reproductions. Means that you can sell any photo or videos without the owner's permission. And last part, to publish or broadcast or cause to be published or broadcast, whether print or broadcast media, or show exhibit of the photo or video coverage or recordings or such sexual act and any similar activity, BCD or DVD, internet, cellular phones, and other similar means or device. Means that you do not public what you recorded If it's some kind of pornography or some sexual act that isn't good for children using cellular porn or on DVD.
Good day everyone. Today we'll talk about what are the penalties. The penalties for any person found guilty of violating any of the prohibitions enumerated under Section 4 of the Public Act number 9995 range from an imprisonment of 3 to 7 years and fine of up to 100,000 up to 500,000 at the discretion of the court. Additional penalties are meted for the following violators: juridical persons, public officers, or employees and aliens. Juridical persons such as corporations and partnerships who violate this law will have their licenses or franchise automatically revoked. In other words, juridical person, they are the groups of entities of human beings which acquire corporate character and treated juridical persons. And the licenses or franchises automatically revoke. Revoke means taking back o ang pagpumpiska sa papeles o lisensya ng mga franchise na nagkasala. And their officers held liable. Held liable means they will have a legal responsibility of what is happened. Having legal responsibility for something or someone. And including the editor and reporter in the case of print media, and the station manager, editor, and broadcaster in the case of broadcast media. Lahat na sila may pananagutang batas dahil sila po ay nagkasala. Public officers or employees who violate this law shall also be held administratively liable. Where aliens who violate the law shall be subject to deportation proceedings after they serve their sentence and pay the fines imposed. These aliens means any person who is not citizen or a national of a specific country, not the hindi yung mga na napapanood sa outer space or the aliens from outer space. And the deportation means action of forcing someone to leave the country. And that's all.
I am John Wilbur Bilhera from Group 8. So I'm gonna read to you or explain to you the exceptions for our report. So we'll start with the exception. Nothing contained in this act, however, shall under unlawful or punishable for any peace officer who is authorized by a written order of the court to use the record or any copy therefore as evidence in any civil, criminal investigation or trial of the crime of photo or video be resumed, provided that such a written order shall only be issued or granted upon written application and the examination under oath of or affirmation of the application, and the witnesses he or she may produce, and upon showing that there are reasonable grounds to believe that photo or video has been committed or is about to be committed, and that the evidence to be obtained is essentially to convince or conviction of any person for or to the solution or prevention of such a crime. So, inadmissibility of evidence and record or photo or video or copy therefore obtained or secured by any person in violation of the preceding section shall not be admissible in evidence in any judicial, legislative or administrative hearing or investigation. That's all.